You're listening to the Almost F1 podcast, a show where fast cars meet faster, less informed opinions. I'm Jonathan, he's Gage, and together we break down Formula One with a mix of race day analysis, bad predictions, and the occasional hot take that probably won't age that well. Let's fucking go. Alright everybody, welcome back to the Almost F1 podcast. Hit us up on our socials at the Almost F1 pod on Instagram, and then search YouTube, the Almost F1 podcast to find us there. Today is Hadjar the Rookie of the Year. Are the Racing Bulls faster than Ferrari? Is the two big questions. I think the answer is yes to both. But if we're going to dive right into a race weekend review, I'll start it off by shouting out Leah Block for getting her first podium.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick. Nina, I think her name is Nina Gateman. She got her first win too. So it'd be unfair not to shout her out too.
I think it was wasn't it on her birthday?
Maybe. I have to look it up to know for sure. But speaking of first podiums, we got to go straight to Hadjar's podium.
Yeah.
It almost made me cry. It almost made me emotional. When he got out of the car, he didn't know where to go. He didn't know who to talk to. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah, on her 22nd birthday.
Sick.
Yeah,
that's dope. Oh, happy birthday.
But
Isaac's,
yeah.
Okay, Isaac. Fuck it. No, on Isaac's podium, dude, it did. It made me a little bit emotional. Not just when he first got on the podium. When he first got on the podium, just when it was still on track, I was stoked. But when he got out of the car, and I could tell that he was like, you remember how fresh these kids are.
Where do I go?
He's like, when I was thinking, I'm like, damn, he ain't gonna know where to park. Reminded me of, you remember, you've seen Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell? You remember in the interview when he's getting interviewed, he keeps throwing his hands up. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. That's what Isaac looks like. Oh, shit.
Then you just got Zach over there in the background pissed off.
Sour puss, dude. Holy shit. Oh, did he even pat? I think he gave Isaac a little pat on the back when he walked by.
I think
like a little one, but he's just fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Lando! No! No, not Lando!
Oh, shit. Oh.
Zach's gonna have somebody's fucking head. If there was somebody in the organization that made the call not to make the engine swap yet, he's gonna have their fucking head.
Yeah.
You see where Mercedes got fined for that pit entry incident with, I think it was between Alonso and Russell?
Yeah, I seen that.
Russell impeded him or something, or did something dangerous. I wasn't watching. I just saw a clip of it.
Was it Alonso? I thought it was Alpine.
It was an Aston Martin, I believe. Yeah, right here. I wrote it down for an incident with Alonso.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They got fined £7,500, which I don't know what that converts to in dollars, but I'm kind of sitting there thinking, I'm like, this just in, Mercedes fined 35 cents. Like, what the fuck is $7,500 to them? We kind of need to get rid of these bullshit fines and increase the amount that matter. Remove them from the cost cap if they don't apply already, or if they do apply already, remove them from the cost cap. And then use that money to help the broader good in some of these third world countries where F1's traveling and making tens, hundreds of millions of dollars. Literally, that's just an idea off the top of my head, but something more significant than this.
Yeah.
It seems petty whenever we know how much money is being thrown around this sport. It seems petty and stupid to just throw them a $7,500 fine. If that's the case, I'll fucking go Plan C from the F1 movie on everybody and just pay the goddamn fine and win the championship. Like,
so that's $10,000.
Yeah.
dollars.
So it's not shit to them.
Uh-uh.
You're dealing with like $1 billion company.
Yeah. the pit incident with Lando and the front jack, man.
Oh, yeah.
He about took his ass out.
And you got on track. Is he okay?
Is he okay?
Front jack man, is he okay?
Oh.
You almost murdered him, but he's fine. I'm sure if his wife or kids was watching, they had a fucking heart attack.
Ooh. You know, I'm surprised Stroll didn't just like see a barrier during the whole race.
I know. I saw something that said like crashed FP1, crashed FP2, crash quality or not quality or some shit like that, and then yeah, he's in my notable finishes for the race actually.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to put him there.
Yeah.
But he deserves it. He deserves a shout out. Max proves when Max doesn't have the best car is when Max is the most fun to watch. He threw his fucking nuts over his shoulder into turn 1. Or sorry, turn 2.
Turn 2.
Yeah, turn 2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah.
He threw his nuts over his shoulder and put the rest of it on the fucking gas.
No, he just laid his whole sack on the gas.
Seriously.
Lewis in the turn 3 on lap 23. And he lost that bitch.
Yep. He almost saved it. He was like very close to getting it just far enough away from the wall to not clip, but
bro.
And it's crazy. Everybody kept taking that line after he did that. We were watching and we said it during the race. We're like, dude, and it started drying out at a certain point. Granted, but after that, I'm like, I'm riding the painted line, but I'm staying the fuck off of it. All the way the fuck off of it. But apparently it didn't cause any more issues. Mm-mm. You said turn 3. Is that
that's the dip.
Are we gonna? Well, is that the one we're gonna start a petition? Or rename it?
It's already renamed on maps.
Scuderia Corner.
Yeah.
You know what the name is right now?
What?
I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of this. Hang on. I wrote it down. Ready?
Mm. Well,
Hugenholzbach. Something like that.
Holzbach.
Scuderia Corner has a better ring to it, but you know, what does that translate to? I wonder.
I don't know.
Hugenholzbach? Hugo Holzbocht.
Oh, I said this shit way wrong. I told it to translate it to English, and it literally just put the same word
Hugenholzbach?
with a shitty English accent over it. We'll disregard that. Lando's only beating Max right now because of the car difference. And Zandvoort proved that. If the car difference was not as drastic as it is, Max would have pickpocketed Lando and Oscar in this race.
Yep.
Because Yuki, and this brings me to my next point, Yuki deserves a seat next year. Where he's putting that car is where that car deserves to be. Max is a supernatural phenomenon that we cannot base any reality off of. We can't take what he's doing and say that's what somebody should be able to do with it. He's proven that.
Yeah, because their setups are different.
Even if they were identical.
Well, Max has twitchy.
Exactly. Max's setup is Max's setup. And the same with Lando and Oscar. They have different suspension geometry completely on their cars right now. Yeah. 2 completely different front suspensions. So when everybody argues that, oh, well, the car setup's different. Every driver's car setup is different.
Yeah,
every single driver, it should be. If you're trying to copy it, they say that's part of what happens with Max is the Max effect in that Red Bull garage is when the second driver gets in there, he goes, okay, how's Max running the car? Okay, I want to run it like that. And that's kind of the curse they fall into. Yeah, no, I was saying Yuki deserves a seat. Where he's putting that car is where it deserves to be. He is not doing anything extraordinary, and he's not doing anything extremely disappointing. That car is a shitbox. And it's exactly where it belongs. His car.
Yeah.
Max should be in the same spot, but it's Max. And we can't, like I said, we can't base any reality off of what he's doing.
Yeah, because, Max is just that different.
He's that bitch.
Yeah, he's different.
He is that bitch. What do you think about us losing Zandvoort off the calendar?
I think it's a pile of horse shit, if you want me to be completely honest.
I agree. I don't understand why we're losing it.
Me neither.
I understand we have to cut races off the calendar because you can only doing any more than 24 races in a race calendar is unrealistic. I think we're already pushing the limits of the team's logistics and their personnel and what they're able to do with the curfews that the FIA has installed and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't think anything beyond 24 races is feasible, so I understand having to cut some off the calendar.
But Zandvoort?
Can we cut the ones that suck? Can we cut the ones that consistently... I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what the criteria should be for how to determine whether a track should be cut or not. I'm not the one to make that decision. But can you just look at fan feedback at race results, and not just race results, race progression, and how the fans enjoyed the progression? I didn't tune out for a single lap of this race. Usually, dude, there's like 30 laps. I sit here and I might take a nap.
Yeah.
You know, not a single lap was I out of touch for this race.
Yeah, because it was a spicy race.
As soon as you started to say like, okay, smoothing out, bam, Lewis in the wall. Oh shit! All right, no. Oh, smoothing out. Okay. Oh, Charles in the wall. Fuck. Oh shit! And it's just,
yeah.
It was just constant. Now I'm not saying that
Kimmy got
I'm not saying we need a bunch of crashes every race to make it entertaining, but we do need a lot of position changes.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of that.
Also, fucking a 15-time penalty too off of it. Fucking Kimmy.
Oh, 15-second time? Yeah.
Yeah, with
Did he get a 15? I thought he only got a 10-second for that.
He got a 10 for something else. And then he got an additional 5 for putting Charles in the wall.
Oh, I see.
I can't remember what the 10-second penalty was for, but he got the 10-second penalty.
He got a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision with Charles Leclerc and another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, the pit lane. Yeah. I know it was 2 different fucking penalties. I just couldn't remember which ones it was. Yeah. I don't know if it was two incidents or if it was the pit.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Sainz was fucking livid with Lawson. He's so stupid. It's always this guy.
Don't get me started on the Carlos incident, because that was complete fucking bullshit. They gave him a 10-second penalty.
The penalty's bullshit. It was his. The incident was his fault. The penalty was bullshit.
Yeah.
Like a 5-second penalty would have been more realistic for that incident, if there had to be a penalty at all. They could have honestly left it as a racing incident, since both of them ended up in similar positions from it. Neither one of them gained a serious advantage from it.
No.
They could have honestly left it as a racing incident.
And then at the end of the race, when he tried to go talk to him, they don't want to talk to him.
Yeah,
what the doors are always open though.
Supposedly. What the fuck was up with that? When you showed me that, I was like, I wasn't sure it was real at first. I rewatched it, and I was like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would the stewards want to keep? Do you think it has something to do with his dad's FIA presidential run he was trying to make? I know he backed out of his FIA presidential campaign or whatever, but he was trying to make a run for it. And I wonder if the internal politics of that is causing some kind of strain with Sainz and the FIA. It's sports, all politics.
Yeah.
So, is it Sainz versus the FIA for the rest of 2025? Or is it James Vowles versus the FIA because he's going to go to bat for his fucking for his driver? I would hope. See what James does with that. If that is the full truth, and James Vowles does not come out swinging for his driver, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite incident, takeover? What the fuck I was going to call it? Takeover. Let me just restart that. My favorite overtake / corner event of the entire race was Leclerc and Russell into turn 3. They reminded me of Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher. He doesn't leave the space, he cannot complain.
Fucking cannot complain.
Baller, dude. Fucking baller.
I think mine would have to been when Lando had his engine problem and Isaac got up
in third.
Yeah, when he gained that position, coming into I think it was between corners 1 and 3, where George tried to fucking dive his ass, and he's sitting there closing that fucking door.
Oh yeah, Isaac said, "No, bitch, back up."
He's swinging that bit.
Watching the French-British war on track, dude. I love it.
Ooh.
Speaking of Lando's DNF, dude, on lap 65, when Oscar's race engineer came across the radio and told him about that, do you think he was, let's go ABC here, A, dancing, B, singing, or C, screaming? Or D, all the above?
If I had to guess, he's probably all of the above, because Lando was gaining on his ass until he started having
having those issues, yeah. Also,
I honestly think Lando could have caught his ass.
I think he would have. Imagine being the competing race engineers on the pit wall, too. When you hear that, Will Joseph, Lando's engineer, comes across, and Tom Stallard, I forget how to pronounce his name, is Oscar's. They're both sitting there on the pit wall, and Will Joseph comes across, or hears the message come across about an oil leak and failure and whatever.
And he starts fucking grinning.
Dude. Oh my God! You saw that? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, because he's sitting there. He's covering his mouth.
Oh, and he starts like smirking.
He's like,
"That's fucking awesome."
It was funny.
Because that was what I was wondering. I'm like, how do you act on the pit wall when you hear that? Like straight up, I'm not hot shit. My driver's winning. I'm happy as fuck.
I'm losing it. That also
Oscar won the World Drivers' Championship right there.
I think
Lando
so.
Lando is still mathematically in it. Like, it's still mathematically possible for him to win it. But he's got to win 7 or 8 of the next 10 races to do it. I don't think Lando's got that dog in him to do it. To do 7 or 8 wins of these next 10, and that would still put it down to the wire in Abu Dhabi, I think.
I honestly think Lando still has a chance. Because with this DNF,
you think it's going to drive him?
Yeah, I know if it was me and I took that DNF, then that following week, I'm locking the fuck in, throwing my nuts on the fucking dash. and I'm slinging that bitch.
There. Yep. That's fair. That's a good point.
So, unless he has another DNF,
yeah,
I think Lando still is gonna get this fucking.
Him and Oscar are both gonna have fresh engines going into Monza. They said that they were planning on replacing his engine next week anyway.
Yep. Well, all the teams were changing.
That's what they said. They usually choose to take their engine penalty there.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I forget the reason. Something to do with overtaking ability or something on that track. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Antonelli fucking smeared shit all over Leclerc's face like a toddler.
Oh shit!
Is he? We started to talk about this. Is he the protege we thought he was?
At this
or Go ahead.
I love Kimi.
I think Kimi's great. I think Kimi's a great driver.
Yeah, he is a good driver for his age and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But to see Isaac in a fucking Mercedes instead of a fucking Red Bull, Marco, no.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Leave him the fuck alone.
Back up.
But Isaac in a Mercedes,
that that does sound enticing. Now, my question as to what Mercedes should have done, should they have put Kimi in F2 for another year while simultaneously putting Valtteri back in the second seat for his, because he's been in talks with Cadillac for over 2 years. Mercedes knew going into this season he was probably going to end up with Cadillac. So realistically, they could have made him the second driver on a 1-year deal. There'd have been no strings attached for either end. Mercedes could have let him go. Nope. And then thrown Kimi in next
year after he
with
got
brand
another...
new car. Now you're throwing him in a year early with a car he's learning just to forget it.
Just forget it in the next...
And learn a new car.
Yeah. That actually...
That's what I would have done had I been Toto. Now, granted, had I been Toto, I wouldn't be living in a house of this size. I'd be a billionaire with, a couple houses.
A couple houses.
Yeah. So,
cars.
Granted, I'm not Toto, but... And hindsight, it's always easier to make decisions in hindsight. But...
Like, Kimi's a good driver. Like, don't get me wrong.
I think Toto is so obsessed with getting his own Max Verstappen because he lost Max Verstappen that I think he threw Kimi in just prematurely.
Just to see what he could do.
Well, just hoping that he would be like, because I have no doubt that his data traces and everything else show that he is capable. I think he is capable. I don't think he deserves the pressure of a top team.
Yeah.
Even if they wanted to throw him in for this season, they should have found a junior spot at a lower level team. Alpine or something to work out a 1-year deal to lease him out.
Yeah.
The top team pressure is too much right off the bat. Even Max didn't jump right into Red Bull.
Where'd Max go first?
Toro Rosso.
That's right.
Junior. Well, it's VCARB now. It's the Racing Bulls or whatever. It's been the same thing, different name, whatever.
Yeah.
And finally, we're about to wrap up the race review, and then we'll get on to like talking points and just some rumors and other shit we've been hearing about. The very last part of the race review is I just wanted to give some shout outs to some notable positions gained. Ollie Behrman's first one, pit lane start to P6 is phenomenal.
P20 to P6?
No, not even P20, pit lane.
That's what I'm saying. He was still in 20. He was still in lap.
Yeah, but it's a different. It makes a difference whether you're on the grid starting or whether you're starting from the pit lane.
Yeah.
But pit lane start to P6. I didn't even notice he climbed all the way to P6 until the end of the race.
Me neither.
I was so busy watching Liam and Carlos and Max and Lando, and then watching Lando DNF and watching Isaac on the podium. I was so busy watching all that, I didn't even notice until like the very last couple laps where Ollie was. I didn't notice Lance Stroll, P19 to P7. I didn't even notice that until after the race. And I hate to give him flowers, but fuck, he did pretty good. he did pretty good. And then Albon, P15 to P5. That's phenomenal too. So that's it for.
No, I want to say one more thing.
Oh, what's up?
While we were on the Max topic a while ago, lap 62, he was saying, this shows what kind of like experienced driver he is, really.
Yeah.
Because on lap 62, he's like, the car is completely fucked, and he's still.
Oh, when he said the ride's completely fucked.
Yeah, the ride's completely fucked. For him to still fucking just do that.
Yeah.
Even with P2.
Yeah.
That's
to You know, I think him holding Isaac off was I couldn't tell if Isaac was not pushing Max or if Max was fending him off. That's because I was trying to look for that. I wanted to see if Isaac was going to push Max, and it didn't look like he did or was able to.
Yeah, because he had
because like you're saying, Max saying the ride was fucked after. They were saying that happens after like the fuel load and stuff comes off towards the end of the race. The ride height on the car raises up a little bit, yada yada, and I think that's what they said he was talking about. But like you said, for him to still know what changes he needs to make, just tiny minuscule changes he needs to make in his driving style to coax that car to the end of the fucking race, and still not let Isaac get any closer.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get exactly. Yeah, completely agree. All right, real quick before we go to the talking points and shit, I want to do this trivia with you. It's 5 questions, and I let you in on this one first before we recorded, so maybe you can get your answer together. How many races did Michael Schumacher go after securing his first championship without a win? What's the longest winless streak he went on after securing his first championship? No cheat.
7?
Yeah. That's exactly right. 7 races.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know how the fuck you got that.
Well, I was debating between 6 and 7. I just couldn't.
All right. This driver only ever went on a 1-race losing streak after securing his first championship until the end of his career. And sadly, life in this instance. That should give you a hint.
Repeat the question.
This driver only ever went on a 1-race losing streak after securing his first championship until the end of his career. And sadly, life in this instance.
Can't be Senna. Because, what was it, 89, 91, 87, 89, 91 for Senna?
I'm doing the question one more time. This driver only ever went on a 1-race losing streak after securing his first championship until the end of his career, and sadly, life in this instance.
I'm gonna go with Senna, but I don't know if that's right.
That's it. That's Senna. Right? He only ever went on a 1-race losing streak for the multiple years he kept racing after his first championship. Yeah. All right. This driver's longest streak without a win after securing their first championship is 14 races.
Lewis.
Who's that driver?
Lewis.
No.
What? Hold on.
This driver's longest streak without a win after securing their first championship is 14 races. Who's that driver?
I'm gonna have to pass on that one because I don't know.
We'll circle back. This driver's longest streak without a win after securing their first championship is 44 races.
44 races. So, is it a young driver? It's not a young driver. I know that. But is it like...
He was young at the time of his first championship.
Alonso.
I'll give you a hint. At the time, I believe when he won his first championship, he was the youngest to do so. And it was in our lifetime.
Kimi Räikkönen?
No. You're getting warmer, though. You're in the right era.
What was Lewis's...
Thinking Nico Rosberg?
Yeah.
No. You got the right hair color.
Mark Webber?
That dude had brown hair. Nico Rosberg has blonde hair.
Oh! Let's see. So if I'm in the right area, it's between 2002 to about 2012?
Ish.
So,
Actually, you can... It's like between like 08 and...
15?
Ish. If I'm just ballparking it in my head without knowing dates for sure, yeah. Everybody listen to this, we're new fans. Cut us some fucking slack.
I feel like I know it. Do I know him?
Oh yeah, it's somebody we still talk about. And stuff he's doing outside of F1 and stuff.
Fuck, what's his name?
That's it. You got it, dude.
Yep, what's his
You
name?
nailed it.
Yep.
How'd you know? This driver went 44 races.
Does he do the go-kart?
Does he do the go-kart?
He does like some kind of league or something. I can't remember. Like for younger kids.
Just say who you think you're talking about.
I can't remember what his name is. That's what I'm saying.
Who did you race for?
I think he was a Red Bull driver.
Yep.
So it is the same person. I just can't remember.
You're thinking of the right person, but I'm not giving it to you till you get the name.
It's not Danny.
Nope.
It's not Alex.
It's one of the most prominent names in the sport, even though he's not racing now.
Sebastian Vettel.
Yep. That's it.
I knew it was gonna pop. I just couldn't remember.
When you said the karting thing, I was like, he knows. He just can't remember the fucking name. Alright. Final question. The next driver's longest stint without a win after securing their first championship is 56 races. Who's the driver?
That would probably have to be Lewis.
Yep. That's Lewis.
Yeah.
And bonus one, just a little fun fact. Alan Prost, when he signed for his second season in Ferrari in 91, didn't win a single race. Left the team before the end of the season.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
I was gonna throw him on there as a bonus trivia. I'm like, that doesn't feel like a fun trivia one. We'll just have a little fun mention on that one. Oh shit! All right, on to our storylines and talking points and rumors and making shit up and what we do best. Race reviews aren't a strong point. Everybody gets the synopsis of what happened, and anybody listening to this probably already watched and is not coming to us for a highly expertise race review. Quote, Max Verstappen to race Nürburgring Langstrecken Series doubleheader September 13th to 14th between the Italian and Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Potential springboard to a 2026 24-hour Nürburgring debut. End quote. I fucking called it. Months ago, we sat here and I told you that I think Max is leaving in 26 to go race a fucking Nürburgring, or at least an endurance series. Now, he may not be fucking leaving F1, but he's going to do the shit. I was right, and I'm fucking taking it.
Yeah, he was right. You want a cookie?
Yep, I do. And I swear to Christ, I swear to fucking Christ, if this gets brought up on the Red Flags podcast, and I don't get a shout out for telling you guys about it at the Canadian Grand Prix when I met you, I won't really do shit. But I'll be pretty sad.
That's going to be fun to watch.
That's going to be fun to watch, and he's going to bring a whole case of wax that ass with him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And them dudes ain't going to know what the fuck. I'm telling you they won't.
Max is going to swing.
He set the lap record with a full tank of fuel. He beat the pole lap time from the week before with a full tank of fuel.
God damn.
Or, sorry, Franz Herman. Franz Herman
yeah,
beat the lap record with a full tank of fuel. I can't wait, dude.
That's gonna be.
That's one of the things I'm most excited to see if it actually happens.
If it happens, we're watching it.
If that actually comes to fruition, which we're sneaking up on the date, if it's going to happen, we're going to start seeing a lot more about it soon. Did you also see, I think we talked about this a little bit, did you see where he was also the first person to text Checo after the Cadillac announcement dropped?
Yes.
That made me so happy, dude.
Yeah.
Because it just, I mean, we all already knew it, basically, but it just reinforces that Max is not the problem at Red Bull.
It shows that they
had a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah,
And I'm telling you, I don't think this year's car is. Let me phrase this carefully.
I can phrase it for you.
I don't think this year's car
is dog shit.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't think it's much worse than what they anticipated they'd be dealing with at the end of the 2024 season. I think at the end of the 2024 season, they had a pretty good idea of what they were going to be dealing with this year and how behind they'd be. And I just think if Checo had stayed in the seat, Red Bull would still be in the constructors' fight, at least for second.
Yeah, at least, yeah. I kind of feel that too.
Checo could put that car where Max could put it.
Not quite. I don't believe that.
Actually, let me backtrack.
Yeah, I will backtrack to that.
I am living a little bit in revisionist history of. I was kind of calling for Checo's head at the end of last season. I was one of those, and now I'm glad he's getting back in Cadillac with a second chance because I was very wrong, and it was the car.
He couldn't keep up with Max, but like he placed it. He placed it.
We're gonna see where he's still at this year. I think he comes in, or next year. I think he comes in hungry as fuck. I think he comes in more hungry than Valtteri. I think Valtteri's been on the grid. I think he's been. Which, granted, I think maybe that could make Valtteri more hungry than Checo because he's been having to watch it all and.
Yeah.
It's like watching somebody else fuck your old lady.
Yeah.
It's like you want to join, but she doesn't even want you to. You know?
Yeah, that's I don't think Checo's gonna be as hungry as Valtteri.
I guess we'll see. Because there's two different mindsets. It is the mindset of Checo of
I think he's gonna be good, but I don't think he's gonna be as good as fucking Valtteri. Like, there's no fucking way.
I'm ready for a Checo revenge arc. I know that. Because he's kind of up there with Lewis and Alonso in terms of age.
Yeah.
And I guess Valtteri, too. I don't really know how old he is, but I feel like Valtteri's got longer left in the sport than Sergio or Lewis or Fernando. And I don't know, I think Checo's going to have to make the best of it while he's here. And hope that he gets. I think a driver's championship is out of the realm of possibility for Checo.
Yeah.
Even in 3 or 4 years, for Cadillac to do that would be astronomical.
Yeah, Valtteri's only 36.
Okay, so yeah, he's at least got another 8 years in him if he wants it, or more. He keeps himself in really good shape, which they all do, really, but. He runs like Iron Man's at home and shit.
He fucking 8 mile fucking bike rides.
He's crazy. So I know seeing Max in the gravel and FP1 gave me inside feelings I didn't like. It made me feel a certain type of way, and I wasn't very fond of that. Speaking of Valtteri and Cadillac, you know, they were in talks for like 2 years. I didn't know that. Yeah. I knew they were in talks for a long time. So, I mean, he was the first contender, basically.
Yeah.
He said he's feeling very, rejuvenated as like a racing driver.
Yeah, well,
so we'll see how he does. I also want to thank Cadillac straight up for shutting the Christian Horner rumors the fuck down.
What'd they say about that?
That is,
What'd they say about that?
They just came flat out and said that they're sticking with Graham Loudon, that he's built the project to this point, and they're going to stick with him. which they should.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing they could have done.
Just let somebody else build the fucking thing and then bring somebody else in.
Exactly. Because that does not establish faith.
Not that Christian doesn't know what he's doing.
No, but from a leadership standpoint, especially if you've got a good leader to begin with, which I believe Graham Loudon is.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to come in and do is fracture that by saying, hey, we know you guys love your boss and yada yada, but he's gone, and here's this new guy with all this controversy you all know about, and this bullish attitude that, get the fuck out of my way or get ran over that Christian Horner has. I just don't think it would have been good for the team.
No. I told you. I called that. I called that last episode too.
That they weren't going to go through with it?
That they was not going to go with.
I didn't think they would either.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the last thing a new team needs is shaky faith from the top leaders early on. Everybody in that project needs to be fully bought into it from the jump. And Graham Loudon's already bought into it.
Yeah.
Valtteri's bought into it. Sergio is bought into it. The team is bought into it. Everybody is fully committed to this project. And as soon as you show that the top leaders aren't as committed by swapping leadership or something, or swapping upper management, you fracture. Yeah. You fracture the management foundation all the way to the bottom.
Yep.
Speaking of next year, though, with new cars and new teams and new team principals and new drivers and new everything, this is the only year that Lando can win this. This is the only chance Lando's going to get at a driver's championship. And it may have slipped out of his fingers in his last race.
Yeah, and it wasn't even his fault.
Not really. Not at all. I mean, he's not in those decision-making rooms when it comes to when they're going to replace brakes or engines or this or that or whatever. He's not making those calls.
Yeah, no, he's just the driver.
Right. He's the operator. He's doing his part by just driving. That's his job. And
driving and
I'm not
working on new setups, and
I'm not a Lando fan in the same sense that I'm a Max fan, but I really hate to see the kid get done like that. If it was going to come down to any kind of failure of any kind, I would want it to be driver error, driver failure. Like his crash in Canada, or if Oscar fucked up and crashed into him. That is the only way that I want any kind of failure to decide the championship, not a mechanical failure that nobody has any control over. Even the head mechanics and stuff, they may have every indication that engine has a lifespan in it to last through another 2 or 3 races, and then boom. It's not even necessarily something somebody did wrong. It could be. But not even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It seems and feels like one of those things that is just completely out of anybody's control. Speaking of things being out of people's control, the FIA is tuning these cars now for certain street tracks in 2026.
I saw that.
What kind of horse pussy shit is this? Get the fuck out of my face with this spec series balance of power bullshit. Let me see, did I take the exact quote down? I did. The FIA's 2026 regulations are reshaping energy deployment to manage power units exceeding 1,000 horsepower. Full power will be available on most circuits, but street tracks like Monaco and Singapore will run in restricted modes to prevent unsafe speeds such as 350 kilometers an hour through the Monaco tunnel. Meanwhile, high-speed circuits like Monza and Jeddah will face tighter energy recovery caps. 6 megajoules in Monza qualifying and 6.5 megajoules in Jeddah to balance performance and safety. They said it right there, to balance performance. We're not here to balance performance. This is Formula 1. This is not a spec series. It's not F2. This is Formula 1. This is an engineering competition as much as it is a racing competition.
The only track that I could really see and understand for the tuning aspect of it and the safety of it would be the Monaco because of the tunnel. That would be about the only one.
That's the only one that I can see making sense. I agree with you there, but even then, and drivers are going to weigh in on this and give more valid opinions than ours, but in my opinion, you climb the ladder that is motorsports to the top tier to be in the fastest machines possible. If you're then restricting the fastest machines possible to no longer be the fastest machines possible, are you just going against the inherent nature of a race car driver? Are they going to are they going to want this? Because even if we can see it from a sense of safety through the tunnel and stuff, Isaac, Max, Charles, they may go, no. I want to see if I can clear the tunnel faster. I want to, I don't know how they're going to feel about it. But from the outside looking in, from a fan perspective, sounds like the FIA is being a bunch of fucking pussies. And they need to fucking climb off of it.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Why turn them down? Why kill horsepower? It mind boggles me, dude. I'm gonna get mad if I sit here and keep talking about it. I'm serious. It kills the spirit of the sport.
Well,
it absolutely kills the spirit of the sport. All right. Well, what's your Monza preview look like? Podium finish. Anything else you think may happen? What you got?
Monza, I'm just going to say my prediction for Monza. First, second, third, and fourth. It's going to be Lando, Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this is a Lando track.
Okay.
It's going to be Lando, Oscar. It's going to be for third. I kind of want to say Isaac again, but it's not going to be a wet race, so both Ferraris are most likely going to be in.
It's funny.
Hopefully,
it's funny that's our criteria for if Ferrari makes it that far in the race or not, is if it's going to be wet.
Like, Lewis is fucking good in the wet, but...
Is he? Or did Lewis used to be good in the wet?
Hey, he is in a shitty Ferrari.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
That's his excuse. I'll stand by it.
Stick by it.
But for third, I'm going to have to say probably George on the podium. And then fourth, I wouldn't be surprised to see Isaac again.
Yeah. I can see Isaac or Liam in the top 8 this race for sure. Or both. I'd like to see them both in the top 8.
Yeah.
And yeah, outside of that, I don't see anything crazy happen in this race. I mean, we didn't see anything crazy happen in Zandvoort either. I'm looking, what are we at?
Crazy.
But I haven't looked at the weather forecast or anything. Frankly, I'm not going to, because this far out, it's not going to do any good. We'll check it Friday and Saturday and see what it looks like. But
I think it's going to be a dry race.
I think so. I think they said that on the last broadcast that they were expecting it to be, but we'll see. My preview is Oscar, my podium prediction, I should say, is Oscar, Lando, and Charles, and then either Max. No, I was going to stick with Max, and he can open fourth.
I think Max is going to be in the top 5.
I think Max is going to put a 2x4 on his rear wing and fucking let it sing.
Could you imagine?
It just comes out with a sliver of carbon fiber across the top. It's flapping it so thin.
That's funny.
Alright, and last thing before we wrap up is the DraftKings odds review. I'm not going to kill you guys with 4,000 odds to go look at and review this time. I'm only going to make you listen to me list off the race winner odds. Oscars plus 110, $10 pays 21. Lando's plus 155, $10 pays 25.50. Max is plus 800, $10 pays 90. Other than that, if you want to get on DraftKings, you can bet on winning margins, will there be a safety car or not, nationality of the race winner, who takes pole, and a bunch of other stuff. Alright, well that's going to wrap for this week. Y'all follow us on Instagram at the Almost F1 Pod and hit us on YouTube to search the Almost F1 Podcast. We'll be back next week with another race review, race preview, and bullshittery.
Yeah, so y'all tune in next week.